Teo and Zuri Green, they won't let y'all up. So this what I'm gonna do. Everybody watching, I'm gonna exit out, then I'm gonna come back in and see if I can get some of y'all up here. Wait a minute, I got a hot one coming in. Say you join them. I'm waiting on you to come in.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. But that's okay. We're gonna go on with what we got.
Okay. I'm good. None.
So how can I help you today, sweetie? Can you hear me?
Well, um, yes.
So what's on your mind?
We seem to have a bad connection, so I'm trying to. Yeah, that's like a double feedback. Rod, thank you for being there. A lot of things that you speak of.
Mm-hmm.
I see these things uh, coming to light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't consider it prophecy because what I be doing is there's information put out that tell you like indicators of what's the next move they about to play. And that's why I keep warning. When I come on here with a warning, it's because they didn't sent out um,
Right,
the
right. And
information that allow me to see that they got something playing. Right now, the big thing I'm worried about is the Manchurian candidate in the what they call mass casualty event, and they've been working with the Manchurian candidates in those high schools and junior high schools. So them the ones I'm worried about being activated. That's why I keep telling everybody, if you can, to take your children out of their school system because they got some stuff playing on their way out that's not pretty. You still there?
yes, I actually homeschooled my son. Uh, he was born in 2000.
Hmm. So where did you get your curriculum from? Did you go through the Department of Education's homeschooling program?
Uh,
Or did you write your own curriculum?
um, I wouldn't say that I was accredited, but I got books from the library. Um,
Hmm.
I got things offline.
So you wrote your own curriculum then. You just
Yes, yes, everything that I wanted him to know, everything that they didn't teach me and in school, and that I had knowledge of, I passed it on.
hmm
We read a lot of, encyclopedias, is to know the knowledge of words, vocabulary, studying your thesauruses. Um, uh, Khan Academy is a good source for homeschooling. Uh, uh, just is the knowledge is in the foot in our fingertips now. Uh, if is no one's stopping us from keeping our kids at home and educating us. Uh, they like to use fear tactics, like the truancy officer if your kid don't show up in school.
Yeah. So when they came out with the workers program to use public education in the place of education and start to train people how to be functional as laborers, that's when they created the truancy office to try to make sure that everybody had a child in the system. Yeah. So if y'all look at the comment I pinned, I've been telling people this that want to homeschool that there's a homeschooling curriculum from K through 12 that the school district office had to supply to any parent that chooses to homeschool their child, right? So homeschooling, I don't even like to use the word school because it means hell. And if you're sending your children to hell, of course they're gonna act like devils.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to discuss while you was up here?
Right. I got a bad connection, so I'm gonna get off. It was nice talking to you.
Okay, you too, sweetie. Yeah, they do have a homeschooling budget for the parents that homeschool. Okay, I'm trying to let Akili AST asked. I'm trying to let her come up. See if they let her in, and then I'll try to let somebody else in. Hey, there you
Hello.
go. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad you were able to chime in.
Yeah, I'll be nervous, but I was like, I need to share the information if somebody
Mhm.
needed.
This is a good time too, cause we on the topic, and you coming in right on with the with the info.
Yep, I homeschooled my kid after, my child after they had me put him on medication and stuff.
Hmm.
And he started overdosing at school, so I had homeschooled him. But they don't tell you about the school. Won't tell you, that you can get them exempt from school.
Hmm.
You
They want you
school,
to think that the only way is their way.
yeah. Or if you want to take them out, you got to have another school you taking them to, or they gonna try to, get you in trouble with the truancy officer and all that.
Yeah.
You can same place you get the curriculum, same place you can get them exempt at the same time.
Mhm. So, do they have to fill out forms and all of that?
Yeah, it's nothing. I think it was like one little page or
Mm.
something. It was pretty simple. And then
That's how
they
you know
got
it's
the
something that we supposed to do because they supposed to let us do that. So
yeah,
it's only
yeah,
one piece of paper. But let it be
yeah.
something that we ain't that they don't want us to do. They gonna overload us with a big old stack of papers.
Yep, yep. I couldn't believe that all the struggle I went through with the school and it was that simple when I finally, found out the information.
Hmm. Yeah, but
So,
I had a couple people I had to coach through it because their children was having problem with the staff at the schools, harassing them for frivolous,
anything.
yeah, frivolous stuff. But they got children tags. Parents don't know this. In a file, it tell the teacher to get a child a hard time.
Mm.
But you won't never see it because that's the dossier they keep on every child. Certain children they want to force them out of school, but they want to force them out under adverse conditions to make it where they can't be educated. They know
Right.
who we are better than we know who we are. In the words
Hmm.
of us, that's a detriment to their system by birthright. Those are the ones they want to force out of education. You will not be educated educated, if I could say something about it, because you're the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that they don't think is going to be a problem, you know, they get them all the accolades and all the awards. For all of the biggest award ceremonies now is for sports.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't have no big old academic ceremonies no more.
Right.
We used when it was ending, when I was going from junior high to high school, that was fading out. They had what was called an honor society, and they used to have a recognition of all of the children on the honor roll. You don't do that no more. If he ain't the star basketball player, the star football player,
Yeah.
he ain't getting no acknowledgement. We don't care about you academics. We don't need no thinkers. We need workhorses. We need people that's gonna run fast, stop on the dime, and give you back 9 cents change.
Yep. Or a consumer, or a what is the other one? A prisoner, a slave.
Yeah.
We all slaves, though. But
Somebody had posted on my page a few months back and had it's the schools control the children, the prisons control the fathers, and the churches control the mothers.
Yeah.
They got a tripartite system of control.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. A lot of people say that the new generation is so screwed up and they this and that. All that happened from school.
Yep.
Most.
So the old way we used to do it, this is where you had step down education came from, is that we would teach the children to teach the children under them.
Yeah.
And then the elders would be the caretakers, and the teachers would be teaching children how to teach by letting them teach somebody else.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that help you learn too, teaching somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And it helps you assimilate the information faster and to understand its application better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's accelerated learning. If you go back to the old step down, you see that the teacher teaches the front row teaches the second row, all the way back to kindergarten. And that's why they didn't have homework, because they was doing it in class, teaching the other children how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it went from all of the children being interactive with each other and learning to having the teacher's assistant helping only certain children. That's the change that took place after they got rid of the step down process of teaching. Yep, each one teach one. We all gonna reach some, Yolanda.
Yeah. So the department, the U.S. Department of Education was terminated December 31st, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how like the LGBT curriculum and all that stuff. So that shouldn't be politics or you know, political things like that shouldn't be to the school system. That's what it is, right? I mean, like the government can't enforce.
Anybody teaching elementary children about sex should be put on the sexual registry. Let alone gay sex period.
Right.
People teaching children about sex before they start asking about sex is overly sexualizing children. And the children gonna act on that at an earlier age than they would have had the people allowed the children to mature before they started teaching them about sex. It used to be a big thing, how old you gonna wait for your child before you tell them about the birds and the bees, right? It went from that to drag queens reading love stories in front of the children. Like, what in the world just happened? Right? So to gender verification in elementary school is asinine. You got tomboys that grow up to be some of the most beautiful women with the most feminine traits you could possibly imagine. And you got boys that grew up under women that turn up to be some of the smoothest, coolest people from growing up, but at an early age, you can easily tell them they confused about their gender. If you can convince them, you ruin their life.
Right, right. They want lifelong medical patients.
Mm-hmm.
It just was enough, to get somebody to be a lifelong patient. And I mean, when I first started seeing on YouTube the kids who was transitioning, and then they, especially the ones who didn't want to do it after they started, that was just so heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
And then title, this is just like the worst thing. This is war on children. It's horrible.
Right.
I don't see how some people don't see it like I see it. I know people got to go to work and got to send their kids somewhere, but it come a point where somebody gonna have to quit working. Daddy got to work, and you got to stay home, take care of the kids, or I couldn't just keep mine are in their 30s, my kids. So, if I had one in school that I had some control over, it wouldn't be in school. I got my grandchildren in school, but I can't. You know, their parent
Yeah, they got
do
their
things.
parents got to be parents.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
ain't nothing I can do. Just give them the information.
Or if y'all in the same city, you can offer to be their teacher and bring them to school at your house.
Yeah, I did have them doing that, but they dating interracially, so it come a point to where the moms is like, like what I got to, like I don't got nothing to offer these kids.
Yeah. But if you
So
homeschool their daddy,
yeah,
mhm.
I did.
But that's the people that's conditioned by the society to believe that the government actually give a fuck about them.
Right, and
The
they
government
don't.
don't care about you, and as soon as you realize that they wage war against you, the faster we gonna get free.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason that
What?
they want to feminize the boys is so we have no resistance to their oppression.
Mm-hmm.
And feminize the boys, masculinize the females, right? Make the male gender become obsolete because the women can kick more ass than the men. Because the men too worried about breaking a nail or pulling out his eyelashes.
That's so sad. It's funny and
Look,
sad, but
people think it's a joke, but the gay agenda was really an agenda put together by military generals that was paid by billionaire homosexuals. These billionaire homosexuals is part of two key groups. One is called log cabin Republicans, which was high-ranking senators, congressmen, and other Republican officials who was into pedophilia. Same-sex pedophilia is the most common kind. The other group is called NAMBLA, the North American Man Boy Love Association, and they wanted to normalize homosexuality in the society because they was trying to assert themselves in order to have a means to take over. So they wanted to use the sexualizing and hypersexualizing and alternate sexualizing of the children as a way to decay the society on purpose. Yeah, Obama
that's true.
was he was a member of that
Mhm.
society, those group,
Well, group you said before NAMLA?
the
NAMLA?
log cabin Republicans.
Okay. Yeah, they got it set up in every
Yeah,
institution. Is
they alliance with NAMBLA wasn't because see the log cabin Republicans had access to the retired brass military, and NAMBLA had the financiers to go through the log cabin Republicans under the pretense of a lobby in order to recruit a special select group of military strategists to push their agenda. Who the hell? Let's see. Excuse me a second.
Okay.
Hello? I think that's AI trying to seduce me. They keep sending me all of these calls be coming in from computers with different sexy voices. Some of them be Chinese, some be from India. And they be trying to sound all sexy in their computers. I think I done accidentally got AI to fall in love with me.
I believe it too. That AI, that's ancient intelligence. That's not artificial.
Yeah,
Something had to build matrix.
yeah. That's that's the temple science of the pyramid priests. Ain't
Mm.
nothing's new under the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You said,
My girl Drea. Okay, sweetie, I'm gonna see if I can let somebody else up. I'm only gonna do a couple more before I end it.
okay, thanks for talking with
You're
me.
welcome, sweetie.
Nice.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay.
All right. So, sister number one,
Dang, you
got
asked
that
me fast. I wasn't ready for that.
Mississippi Clay Dirt walking, baby.
What's up?
I seen you on there glowing in the sun like a brand new copper penny.
I wasn't even ready for that. I was like, what the hell? It just happened.
How
The
you
universe
doing?
was like, bling, bling.
Yeah, we need to show them. They think that
They
anybody
need
would
to know.
do.
I guess the universe had to prove to them something because I wasn't ready. I was like, damn. It happened like that, you know? It be like that.
I wish you'd have been on here earlier, and the sister was talking about um people be intimidated by her. I told her don't be letting people make you be small so they can fit in.
Why would you
Smother
want to do
their ass.
that?
No, because she was thinking that she had like an evil spirit with her or something.
Why? Because you know,
She the
can I say
reaction
something?
the reaction of them
That
people being scared. Yeah, go ahead.
let me tell y'all something. If you have that energy where people are afraid of your energy or your light or just your presence, that's a good thing. Because if you're one of those people that are evil or something, like people aren't going to want to be around you. They're going to automatically like dispute, like whatever they call that, like disperse from you. They're not going to want to be around you. If you have the energy that's like enlightening or like that is like lighting up a room or just like intoxicating, oh, you're gonna draw a lot of people to you. They may not like it, or they may say they don't like it. It's because they're drawn to you. So that's why they don't like it, because they're like, why am I so drawn to this person? Why is it that like I can't let this person go? Why is it that I'm so intimidated by this person? Why is it that this person makes me feel insecure or whatever? Like that's within them. That's not a you thing, that's a them thing. So if you're experiencing that in this time frame right now, in this element, that means that you're doing something right, and they're obviously not on the frequency or the path that they need to be on. That just means you're on a very high frequency, and people they don't know what to do with that. They're so intimidated by that. They're so intimidated. They don't know what to do. So, and I had to learn that a long time ago, y'all. Like, it was so many people intimidated by me. Rod is like, listen, Rod is one of the guys that is not intimidated by me. Like, it's so many guys that y'all have like listened to and everything that was hella intimidated by me. He's never been intimidated by me. As a matter of fact, he was the one who reached out to me and was like, okay, we need a bill. We need a da 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 da. And we've always been locked in for like almost 5 years now. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, you're going to intimidate a lot of people when you are on your path, when you're on your journey, when you're doing what it is that you need to do and what you've been called to do. So don't ever let that deter you from your purpose. You just got to continue to go on your purpose. You can't let nobody deter you or just because they're this person, they feel intimidated by you, then maybe they're not supposed to be in your life. It ain't no
That's
maybe.
what I
They
told
ain't
her.
supposed to be in your life.
I told her from my experience, when we try to make ourselves little so we can make the people that's uncomfortable stay, them end up being the one that cause us the most damn problems. Be big, smother their ass out the room, make them run like you got gasoline on their ass, chasing them with a match.
Absolutely.
Because them the ones that causes kingdoms to fall, because people trying to cater to their weakness instead of making them be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not catering to their weakness. Fuck them people. That's my motto. F around and find out.
You got something bigger here. There's something bigger you're supposed to be doing on this planet. You're not here to accommodate people. You're not here to make people feel better about themselves. You know, if they
being different, do you think that it's possible for him to observe a 25,000 year cycle? Maybe it was 100 years where he was at. So when he's saying this and he's writing this, we think he lived 100,000 years, but where he was at when he observed this, him being conscious of his multidimensional nature, it was only 100 years where he was at. So what do you think about a lot of the history we get and a lot of the books we get passed down? The time is completely different from what we perceive. We're perceiving these historical books from a 2024 perspective, when in reality, we're not looking at it from a multidimensional nature. And Thor looked at this shit rise and fall in 100 years, but it was really 25,000 years Earth time. What's your thoughts on that idea in terms of us studying history from the wrong timeline, or using the wrong time reference point?
So a lot of the wrong information that we operate from was given to us deliberately.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you can control the way a person perceives reality, you can use that control in order to use their manifestation ability to work on the behalf of the reality you want them to create.
Right.
Right? Now you gotta remember, if right now we wasn't in physical form, time wouldn't exist.
Right.
How long have we been calculating time on Earth?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit. How long?
On a system that was created by Pope Gregory, and every 360 days away from our birthday, we've been saying we're getting 1 year older every 365 days away from our birthday, and that in itself puts ourselves in a daze. DAZE. That's where they come up with the term days. DAYS. You see what I'm saying? It's all an illusion. And then you got the month, MON, dealing with the mana, which means moon, the moon matrix, which is an illusion. You see what I'm saying? It's all. And then you have the days make a week. You see what I'm saying? That's harvesting energy from the body, making you weak, thinking that you're getting older, believing in the illusion of time, the illusion of Maya.
Okay.
Look, if you go back, history starts with the first dynasty in Egypt. That's recorded history, and the Sumerians is contemporary with the first dynasty. But nobody's talking about the other kings list that before the first dynasty, where one king lived 100,000 Earth years. Right? Because history starts with the first dynastic period in Egypt. That's because the common practice of history comes out of the temple priest of Tahuti to record the records and knowing that the amnesia was coming. The amnesia is a side effect of the collapsing of the fourth dimension into the third. Because you're seeing two minds together at the same time. You that knocked you silly. You was delirious. But before the first dynasty, right, they not telling you the Sphinx was there almost 8,000 years before the pyramids. But that's if you use their dating system, popularized by Sheikh Anta Diop, and what they call carbon dating. Then they came up with uranium dating, plutonium, all kind of dating systems. Because of the consistent decay of any element can tell you how long that element has been decaying and gives you a rough age of when it was put in its current form.
Mm.
And he also used the technology of horizontal gene transfer, transmuting his consciousness into different bodies, different entities to carry out that intelligence.
They call that soul jumping.
Okay.
What's another name for that, Rob? What you said?
It's called soul jumping. Soul jump from one avatar to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And they
or essence transfer.
Well, yeah. What you said?
Another word for it is essence transfer.
Essence transfer. Wow, I haven't heard that one. Wow, essence transfer.
That's what they call it in the sarcophagi. That's what the sarcophagi is called.
Yo, I swear, the three of them, y'all see how we had three different answers all tied in together? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. What the fuck? Yo, come on, y'all. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. We're connecting the dots here tonight, y'all.
Facts.
We're connecting the dots. Three different angles of light. I'm asking the questions. Come on, like this is fire, y'all. We got
the purpose of communicating with other people is to get to see the problem from somebody else's perspective.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I think B-Dale just mentioned horizontal gene transfer. That made me think about Judy K. King, the book, The Isis Thesis and Balls of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that was interesting. Now, like I said, this ain't the ordinary conversation, y'all. There's gonna be you don't know what wild shit gonna be said. You don't know what wild questions gonna be asked, y'all. So I heard people say, "Look, I love this shit. I just don't know what they talk about." They like, I love this shit though, but I don't know what the fuck they talking about. This is a wild one, y'all. So just your subconscious knows what we talking about. Let me say this. Let me ask this question. Okay, so I mentioned Judy K. King. B-Dale mentioned horizontal gene transfer. Judy K. King in her book talks about the microbiome in our body and the biological, everything that's happening on a cellular biological level that's going on in our body is also